Welcome back. Episode 22 of Rumors from the Korner. Today is Monday, October 14th. Jimbo, my man, what is up?
Clay, how are you, buddy?
Doing good. Got all your Western gear on, looking good.
Man, it's getting to be that time of year. You busting out the hoodies. You got your hoodie on.
Oh, yeah.
I love this time of year.
I got my Rumors from the Corner hoodie on.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of compliments on it.
Didn't you say holidays are right around the corner, aren't they?
They are. Come get you one.
Get you some merch. Get you some merch.
Let us know.
What's your favorite time of the year?
I'd say right about now.
This is?
Yeah. I like
right when the weather starts.
I like the cool mornings. I like the 70s with the sun, no sweating.
Last week was perfect then.
Absolutely.
You couldn't
perfect.
have drawn it up any better, right?
If every day was like that, I'd be smiling a whole lot.
It was awesome. I mean, the weather around here has been great. I almost felt so bad for those people in Florida. They're getting blasted with hurricanes and tornadoes and rain, and we're sitting back, man. It's just probably one of the best weeks weather-wise we could have asked for.
Yep, praying for those people down in Florida. Tough situation.
Yeah, man. Sucks.
Good weekend?
Well, yeah. I mean, I had a great time. I had a great weekend. It was fun, but
you in Lex Vegas?
Cats let me down. I was in Lexington Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I haven't got a call today. Somebody said, "Hey, you want to play at a golf scramble?" I got to do a podcast. Where's it at? Lexington. I'm like, I can't go back again. But I will go Wednesday, though. Keelan's been awesome so far.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious. Having some luck there, so.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I might be able to get you down there one Wednesday.
Maybe.
All right.
I'll play my cards right. All right, let's jump in. A little high school action. The Manual 29, St. X 22.
What was that again?
Manual 29, St. X 22.
Whew. What happened there?
Manual's too fast for him. St. X looks slow. I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Manual's running back trainer.
We've talked about him all year.
He had 175 yards, 2 touchdowns on about 22 carries. And
he's good.
He looked the part. He looked great.
He's good. He's getting recruited by quite a few schools too, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
I think he is.
I know he beat up on him last year too. That's 6A. It's a flip of a coin. You've got so many schools who could win.
You really think so?
I do.
Okay, well, you say so many schools. More than a handful?
I think Trinity, St. X, Mayo, Manual. I think Frederick Douglass could.
Okay.
That's 5 right off the top of my head, and I don't really even know about any of the other
ones. When was the
ones.
last time Manual won a state championship? Can we, Brodog, can you see if you can find that for us?
Pretty sure Manual, Trinity beat Manual maybe in the last, 10 years. I think it was a blowout, but.
For state? I think that was in the playoffs.
That might have been 15 years ago. Before they
what a story
it.
that would be. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. I still think it'll come down to Trinity, St. X, or Mayo. But it's great. It's great to see some parity finally.
Yep.
I enjoy that, especially as a fan. When you're playing, you don't want there to be parity, obviously. But
sure.
I remember my senior year when I was playing at Trinity. Ballard was good. Eastern beat us. Just every week it seemed like it was a battle. Central was really good. They were 4A back then. But yeah, so it's good to see. It's good to see parity coming back around in the 6A for sure.
Trinity 20-0 over Ballard. Do you know anything about that game?
You know what? I don't know a whole lot.
I know Trinity was up 3-0 at half.
Yeah, I did hear though they're making a change at QB this weekend, the Friday, instead of the youngin, the sophomore, the senior. It's going to make Brock. What's Brock's last name?
Shoemaker.
Yeah, Brock Shoemaker. He's going to make his debut as a starting quarterback against Eastern. So we'll see. They got to change something up.
Yeah.
It's getting a little stagnant.
Only up 3-0 against Ballard at the halves.
Yeah.
Telling.
Last time Manual football won a state championship, 1966.
Oh,
A long time ago.
wow. That's hard to believe. I mean, they've had a lot of good talent come through there. I mean, goodness gracious.
Travis Prentice.
1966.
Were you playing when Travis Prentice was there?
He was him, Sally, remember the running back Sally? Dude, those guys, yes, they were really good, man. I mean, you could tell. That was my senior year, there was a lot of really good running backs in the state. You had Sean Alexander, you had I think it was either Solly or Prentice, one of the others, and Prentice was a little younger than us, I think, but man, yeah.
Chris Wilson had 150 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Rocks. Defense played well. Male beat Southern 49-6. Nothing there. Weak schedule this week in high school. Trinity's at Eastern. Eastern's not good at all. It's a good week to start that senior quarterback. Manuel's at PRP. Male's at Fern Creek. St. X is at Meade County. So don't see any good matchups really.
No, not this week. Not this week. But, you know, it's going to be that time of year. You know, you play a little bit weaker schedule now. Get ready for the playoffs coming up. You know,
get some district games.
Right, exactly. These are the games they have to play.
Yep.
These are the games they have to play.
Yep. All right. Turn the page. We had a little NCAA action in Lex Vegas on Saturday. I want to really hear what you have to say. Vandy came in, beat UK 20-13. You were there. What are your thoughts?
There's no excuses. There's no excuses. You know, and I'm going to get mad here. I'm trying not to. I've been trying all day just to keep my cool. I even had a conversation with my boy Blue the other day, and I'm like, we're coming home from the game, and I'm like, man, I go, is there any way that I can just not like Kentucky football? Like, I'm to the point now I don't even want to like them. Like, I love the environment. I love going, but I cannot stand going to these games and getting beat week after week. We have lost 10 out of the last 12 SEC games at home, okay? Mark Stoops, pony up. We need everybody to be loud. We need everybody to show up. Well, guess what? We've got a legit SEC atmosphere right now. I'm not bullshitting. The students are there a half hour before the ball game even starts. So we got a full student section. The place is packed. We've got the new lights. So the place is packed. We got the new lights. We've got money we're giving these players. We've got the talent. I think Stoops needs to pony up. This is bullshit, man. And I'm not going to say he's on the hot seat yet, because he did just have one of his greatest road victories of his career. But, buddy, I mean, you cannot lose to Vandy after they just came off their biggest win of their career. Unexcusable. And then the biggest thing was it was all a bunch of bullshit stuff. Over 100 yards of penalties, 12 penalties. I played football. You know what that is? That's coaching, bro. That is coaching, you know? And somebody said it best I was listening to the radio earlier today. Somebody made a very good point. He's a military guy, and he made up a point. He said, if these kids are not, if there's no fear for them screwing up, then what's going to keep them from not keep screwing up again, you know? So he brought up a good point. He said, you know, they all ought to have puke buckets today. You know what I'm saying? If that was my team, yes. Run them. Run.
That offense looked pretty shaky, to say the least.
4 touchdowns against SEC teams in 4 games? That's terrible, man. I mean, come on. It cannot. We can't get a new offensive coordinator every year. Sooner or later, the guy's got to look in the mirror and go, maybe it's me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understood when Stoops took this job, what he had to do to compete in the SEC, because he didn't have the players. He had to play ball control. You know what I'm saying? Slow, methodical, you know, keep the ball away from the other team. Those days are gone, man. We've got players now, especially against the Vandy, who wants to do that to you.
Yep.
You know, I don't know, man. Just very frustrating. Very
Second
frustrating.
straight home loss to Vandy. Dane Key had a decent game. 8 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, but take away his stupid ass penalties though, and we got more points. You can't be a punk, man.
I tell you what, the quarterback, man, I thought he'd be a little bit more polished than what he is.
I mean, I don't think it was his fault we lost the game. I mean, we're down on the 1 yard line. You know how many points we got? 0. Goose egg. We jumped off sides.
Yep.
How you jump off sides when you're on offense? I mean, come on, man. That's just not terrible stuff.
Better get together quick.
Yeah, I mean, we
I
can
know
go on
that.
the road to Florida. You know, Florida's playing better. They took Tennessee to overtime last week. You know, I mean, I still think, just watch. We're going to go down here to Florida and we're going to give them all they want. Whether or not we win the ball game is another thing, but we're going to give them all they want. Stoops teams always play good on the road, always. And I even said last week I was scared of this game just for the simple fact, coming out of a bye week, we're terrible. I mean, I don't understand it, but just it was true again this week.
Yeah.
We'll see, man.
Louisville went to Charlottesville, came up 24-20 victorious. Freshman Isaac Brown, running back, 20 rushes, 146 yards. They won, but they kind of didn't pass the smell test either. They, I don't know. It's just frustrating.
Well, I mean,
I know they always play like that
we talked
against
about
Virginia.
it. Yeah, we talked about it. That's to me. You come out of that game with a win, buddy. I don't care. You know, I
It's
don't
on
care.
the road. I shouldn't be complaining, but there's too many dumb penalties, all the little things I've talked about for 3 straight weeks. It's getting old, and that's coming down to coaching too, because all the little
That
things.
is very uncharacteristic of really both of these two coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know what to think. Something's going to have to change on the defensive end for Louisville. They played a little bit better. I'm not really worried about their offense. I still think he hadn't shown everything. We got the bulk of our schedule is going to come up. But that defensive team, they got to do better.
Oh, and they're
Dumb penalties, just stupid-ass penalties.
And they're getting ready to face one of the best quarterbacks in the nation this
They
week.
are. They are. All right, let's break down these games this week. We had some great games. For the second week in a row, the night games last week were awesome.
Awesome.
I mean, so much fun. Coming down to like fourth quarters, coming down to the last minute of games.
It was awesome. I mean,
It was great.
college football's in a really good spot
It's
right
awesome.
now, in my opinion. Yeah, you know, and I'm digging these, I'm digging these different matchups you're seeing. You know, especially in the Big Ten with USC, Penn State. You know, that's just cool to me. You know what I'm saying?
God, USC choked so bad.
They did.
They
choke
got screwed, but they got.
They choked that one away. That's for sure.
All right, this week we got at noon. We got Nebraska at number 16 IU. It's weird to say that. Number 16 IU. IU's 7.50.5. What do you think about that game?
Man, I'll be honest with you. IU is rolling.
Confident.
This is we're gonna see a little bit what they're made of here, but there's no reason for me not to take IU here. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the money line. I think IU's going to win this game for sure, whether or not they cover. I think that number's about right on, but I would definitely money line IU. And I've already told the dude, Meister, I said, man, if they get to like 10-0, we're gonna have you on talking about some IU football.
Unbelievable. It kills me that IU bought out of the U of L. We were supposed to play them this year there, and then the following year at U of L.
Well,
and they chickened out, and
that would have been fun to watch. Like that'd have been a fun game. That'd have been a very good competitive ball game. Of course, they didn't. When they backed out of all that bullshit, they didn't have his coach either.
Right. I think I like IU to win. I think Nebraska's going to cover, though. I kind of like IU by 6. It'd be close to the line.
I'm exactly with you there.
All right. Also at noon, we got number 6 Miami coming to town. to face the University of Louisville. Miami is 4-61. Miami has been getting lucky in some of these games.
Miami's been getting real lucky.
Against Cal, they got lucky. The game before that, they got lucky.
Virginia Tech.
So this is one of those games. U of L they got to put it all out there, offensively, defensively. We got to show them what we got. So I think Louisville is going to win straight up.
Straight up.
Calling
an upset.
Calling an upset. I think everybody's going to be jacked. It's a noon game. Miami's like, oh, Louisville. Even though Louisville beat them last year, it's all different players now. So, but yeah, I'm a little homer call, but I would money line U of L on that.
I'm actually I've got it right here. This is one of my leans this week. Louisville.
Okay.
I like the Cards this week. Bouncing back. I think everybody's going to look at outside of Louisville. I think everybody's going to look at and think Miami's going to roll over them.
Yep.
And that's not going to happen. Hopefully Louisville gets some fans out there in the stands. I know at noon game it might be a little early for them. They might be still in bed, hungover.
Don't worry about us.
Okay.
We'll be there.
But if they do show up, I think Louisville's gonna win this game. I agree with you, and definitely gonna cover. By the way, last week I was 2-3 in the NCAA. Unfortunately, I lost my first unbuckle of the year, but it could have gone either way. But you still made money if you played all three of them.
All right, 3:30, we got number 24 Michigan at Illinois, who is 22nd in the country. Michigan's 1-43.5. Illinois almost shit the bed last week.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, they were killing Purdue, and then I looked up, and then they got lucky to win. They let Purdue score 49 points. I don't know if Purdue scored 49 points the whole year.
What happened there? I mean, I don't know if I was talking to you or somebody else the other day. I said, what the hell has happened to Purdue's football? And then all of a sudden they come out and almost beat Illinois last week. I mean, you just never know what the hell's going to happen.
I like Michigan. I think Illinois,
do you?
You can't get 49 points away to Purdue. I don't care.
Yeah, I understand. I understand, but man, I think that probably got their attention. You don't think they were looking ahead to Michigan? I mean, come on. Like you said, they were beating the shit out of Purdue, and then all of a sudden they lose focus. Purdue sneaks back in the game. They end up taking care of business. I look for Purdue. I look for
Illinois.
I think Illinois is going to win this game, but that's a willy whacker game to me.
That over-under is only 43.5.
I know.
That Michigan defense, they're going to come to play. I like Michigan in that game by 6, actually.
Okay.
3:30, we got a big SEC matchup. We got Alabama, number 7 Alabama at number 11 Tennessee.
Oh,
Bama's 2.5 and 56. Both teams last week struggled.
They did.
That Bama game that was a crazy. I don't know. If
I thought Alabama was going to rush the field against South Carolina. Oh man, South Carolina played good.
They did.
They're not that. South Carolina's not that bad.
Not at all.
And I don't think everybody goes, well, I don't think Bama's as good as they. But they did just beat Georgia. I mean, come on, I don't know. I mean, this game here to me, buddy, is a tough one.
It is
real tough. I don't know. I just can't get a feel either way. If you put a gun to my head, I'd probably pick Alabama just because I know how pissed off they were a couple years ago when Tennessee finally got the schneid and beat them after years. And buddy, I mean, they were writing songs about it. I mean, everything. And now all of a sudden, they're not going to forget about it. I know you got a new coach in there, but those guys aren't forgetting about that. So Tennessee, is that a night game?
No, it's a 3:30 game. Oh. Tennessee struggled against Arkansas, and they struggled against Florida last week. They got pretty lucky to beat Florida.
Dude, that quarterback is just not playing as good as he was the first couple games.
No, they're not scoring like they were either. I like Bama. I think it's right on the line. I like Bama to win by 3. What do you think?
I would take Bama.
3:30, we got number 12 Notre Dame at Georgia Tech. Had to throw a little ACC
I know you did.
mix in there.
Yeah.
Can't just do SEC every week.
mean,
Notre Dame's
We
11
could
and a
if you
half,
want to.
49 and a half. I don't think Georgia Tech's that bad.
what is their record now?
I think they're 5
What are they
and 2.
doing right? Let's see if I can find.
They're 5 and
something
2.
on. Are they 5-2?
Yeah. Notre Dame's just kind of plugging along.
8th in the ACC.
They beat up. Notre Dame won by a ton over Stanford last week. I think it's right on it. I would take Georgia Tech in the points, but I think Notre Dame's going to win
Would
by
you
maybe
say it was
10.
11
11 and a half
at Notre Dame?
at Georgia Tech.
Oh, at Georgia Tech.
Yeah. So I would take Georgia Tech.
I'll take the home
just
team.
me.
Yeah, I'm taking the home team plus the points there.
7 o'clock, we got number 8 LSU at Arkansas. This is always a tough game. LSU's 3-55.
This is actually one of my lean.
LSU big win last week. Night at home.
Called it. You called that one.
Yep.
You said nobody wins in Baton Rouge at night.
Nope.
You called it. But guess what?
They're playing at Arkansas
I
this
have
week.
a feeling they're going to have a letdown.
Me too. I do too. I like Arkansas. I would take Arkansas money line.
I got them right here. Arkansas +3. That is going to be another one of my leans for the week. I really like Arkansas in that spot. LSU's good,
They are good.
but that's a big win going on the road. I mean, Vandy did it, but
Yeah, it's
you're not playing Kentucky either.
no.
Well, you know what?
Arkansas
Kentucky's
is
better
good.
than Arkansas, though.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, right now they are.
Y'all don't play each other, do you?
No, I wish. That'd be a fun game.
7:30, probably the game of the year, one of the games of the year. Georgia, number 5, is at number 1 Texas.
And we need this one big.
Go Dogs.
Yes.
Texas is -3.5, 56.
If we don't get this one, fans, if you remember, we told you to take under wins for Texas this year, okay? That might not have been our greatest pick. No. However, if we can get Georgia to beat them here, we're in the ball game. They beat Georgia though, we out. They might run the table.
They might. They're good.
You know what I'm saying?
They're loaded.
Yeah. But this is their first big test, in my opinion. They really haven't played anybody.
Did you see Georgia's coach push the Mississippi State quarterback?
No.
He was like Woody Hayes.
Do what?
Yeah, the Mississippi State quarterback was coming off the field, and Kirby Smart like ran into him and like pushed him. I'm surprised they hadn't been a little call from the SEC
He
office.
said Woody Hayes.
I mean, he didn't like punch him, but he
gave him a little push.
No, he didn't give him a little push. He gave him a big push.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the guy went flying.
Was he running? He was running down the sidelines.
He was running out of bounds, and he ran out of bounds. He was going back, and Kirby Smart just came out of nowhere. And
He was running back on the field when he pushed. Oh my!
yeah,
Well, you know what? Kirby's an old football player, man. You know, you get them juices going sometimes.
I like.
I'm watching it right now. Oh,
I like Texas by 7 in that game. I think Texas is going to take care of business.
you do?
I do.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
no, don't tell me that, Clay.
unfortunately, they're good. They're solid.
This
I
is
was wrong.
Yeah, this is
hopefully
another,
I mush myself.
No, you don't say you were wrong. Okay, no, I mean,
We still have 4
You
or
do
5
have that
weeks.
beautiful beard because you've been wrong before.
This might be gone next week too because the month is up and we haven't made any dumb bets, or I haven't made any dumb bets. So
I was just growing so fond of it too.
people like it.
They do. Even your wife likes it. J-Town Jenny likes it. You like keep it.
We'll see.
Maybe put a little Just for Men in it.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm gonna like screw it up, and then I'm gonna have to
What
cut
would
it.
you do? Yeah. Oh, that's what's gonna happen.
So.
That's gonna be your excuse, isn't it?
All right, huge game here. 7:45. The Cats are going to Florida.
I need to give you my opinion on this Georgia game. Just because you think Texas is going to beat them by 7 or more, I say the Dogs are going to go in there and beat Texas straight up, and I've already bet the money line on it, plus 145. Go Dogs! Texas hadn't played anybody like Georgia yet.
I hope you're right.
The bad thing is they're playing at the same time my Cats are playing on Saturday. So I had to watch a split screen.
7:45. Cats going down to Gainesville. they've actually won the last couple of games.
We have. I mean,
You all lost like 35 years straight, didn't you? And then you probably won like
3 in a row, I think.
Have you? I was.
Why don't you check that out, bro, dog? See,
4 out of 5 or 3 in a row.
It's been there, yes. We've had Florida's number.
Their quarterback Mertz, he's out for the season. He tore his ACL, so they're going to have to play the freshman, who I think's better anyway. Florida's 2-42.5.
We talked about this number yesterday. I felt as if the number was about right on. I asked you what you thought the spread would be. You said anywhere between 1 and 3 because of home field advantage.
Yeah, I thought they were about even.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, as much as I'm down on the way Kentucky played, they always bounce. Like, just watch. You're going to watch them play Florida Saturday. We're probably going to win that game, and everybody's going to go, why couldn't we play like that against Vandy? I don't know. I wish I could tell you.
It's going to be a close game, I think. I do like the Gators to come away with a victory. They got a little bit more momentum right now.
Kentucky's won the last 3 against Florida.
3 in a row? Yeah. You know what? And if Kentucky wins a 4th in a row, that might be the nail in the coffin for Florida's coach. He's got a little pressure on him.
What happens if Florida wins? Do you think if UK, let's play a little quick game. Okay, if UK ends up 6-6, 5-7, are they going to make a change at the end of the year? Would you want them to?
You can't. You can't fire him. We don't have the money. Buyout's way too high. Can't afford to fire him.
Call your boy Joe Kraft up.
I mean, unless Cincinnati decides they want to fire and do us a favor, and buy Stoops out, that ain't gonna happen. Here's the deal, though. Yes, if he has a losing record this year, or 6-6, there's gonna be some pressure. Let's put it that way. Pressure.
All right, our boy from Boise we've been talking about, he had a hell of a game. Ashton Genty versus Hawaii, 31 rushes, 217 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I hope you bet him. I hope you all bet him 2-3 weeks ago when we told him to for the Heisman.
Yes,
he's going to win the Heisman.
Him or Hunter?
I don't know about Travis Hunter.
You don't know?
I don't think. I don't know. I don't think. Boise's
it's pretty impressive what he does. I'm not saying Hunter deserves it.
He'll win the Horning Award for sure.
But it's pretty impressive what he does, as many plays as he plays. You know what I'm saying? At a high level. I mean, this ain't CSAA football.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So that is pretty impressive.
There's only 2 teams undefeated against the spread this year. It's Army and BYU. Make sure you know that. And
let's give a shout out to the Armed Forces.
They're good.
They both made the top 25 this year.
Oh, really?
This week, yeah. Army and Air Force.
I know Army crushed Trent Dilfer's UAB team last week.
Is he the coach down
there? Yeah, Dilfer.
Is he really?
Yeah. For this year, for 4 more games, he's getting fired. He's terrible. And there's 2 0-6 teams against the spread, Air Force and Kansas.
Huh.
I want to hear about your locks this week, your leans.
Okay, so in the college football, I've already mentioned a couple of them. Louisville, Arkansas, and Georgia. Those are 3 leans. I got 2 more for you. I like the Boilermakers coming off that close game. They're coming back home. They're catching 27 at home against the Oregon Ducks. I mean, think about this. Oregon's coming off, a huge win. Going on the road to Lafayette, Purdue. Oh man, they don't give out 2 squats about that game.
They're going to empty the bench.
And my next lean is going to be Cincinnati, the Bearcats, playing Arizona State at home. Arizona State coming off that big road win against Utah. I look for Saddle Butt and the boys to get it done. This would almost be an unbuckle. I couldn't go there, obviously, but I do like Cincinnati in this spot quite a bit.
Oh, Sunbelt Scotty.
Who do you like this week, brother?
They're in the same conference, Arizona State and Cincinnati.
That blows my mind. But like I said, it's kind of fun to seeing these matchups that never happen. I don't know why you want to fly all the way across the world to play each other, but that's them.
I went 1-2 last week with my leans. This week I like Southern Miss plus 6.5 at home against Arkansas State. In fact, they're going to win straight up. You're not even going to need the points. I also got a couple over-unders.
You've been doing good on these totals.
Yeah, last week, that damn UK. But I'm going to go back to him again. I'm going to take the over 42.5 in the UK-Florida game.
I wish you'd start betting these unders. That way we could go over, score some damn touchdowns.
At some point, Vanderturd is going to have to start airing it out. Not these little.
Do you not know who our coach is?
I know it.
You think he's going to start airing it out?
We just got
How
Brown.
Mummy ain't running through that door anytime soon.
Barry and Brown, is that his name?
Oh, Barry and Brown, yeah.
He's definitely going pro next year, isn't he? But
he's not very physical. I don't know. He can catch the ball. He can run really fast, but
he can run fast.
there's a lot of other things you got to be able to do.
Score.
Yep. Okay.
So
what else you got?
over the 42.5 UK Florida, and also I like the over in the Houston Kansas game, 46.5. Take the over. It's going to be lots of points in that game, and then I'm taking the under 77.5 in Utah State, New Mexico. By the time you all see this, it could be 80. So I might actually wait and let that go up and get as many points as you can, because both those defenses are absolutely
atrocious.
Oh, they're so bad. You think there's 10 of them out there instead of 11 on the field. So those are my 4 leans. NCAA. Take note of that.
Hey, my top's got a big game on Wednesday.
Who they got?
They're playing Sam Houston State, and they are
Conference game?
yeah, conference game. They're one game ahead. They're one game behind Sam Houston. So they win this one, then they'll be second in the CUSA.
Cool.
What you got, bro, dog?
Last week, 1-3 with one push. Hawaii almost got it done against Boise State, plus 21. And I had Cal plus 3 against Pitt. And then for this week, I like Arkansas plus 3 versus LSU, and then Texas minus 3.5 against Georgia.
So you like the hogs? Oh, you like the horns too?
Yep.
Hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em.
You and Clay going down. Boo Dog's gonna get them. That's for my boy Thomas and the boys, Thompson and the boys down there. Hopefully everybody's doing good down there.
All right, let's switch it up. A little Sunday NFL action. Good games this past week. Detroit beat the dog shit out of Dallas.
Oh my God.
Hutchinson got hurt. Poor guy.
Oh man,
that was terrible.
Was bad, wasn't it?
It was terrible.
Did they ever say what it was? Like,
tibia.
of course, Jamie's up there going, "He's lucky to be alive, Bo." I'm like, what the hell happened to him?
It was gross.
Was it a compound?
No, it wasn't a compound. Or at least they didn't show it, but it was dangling pretty good. So Detroit crushes Dallas. Dallas, we should probably not even talk about them anymore. They're terrible.
Cowgirls.
The Bengals they won.
Wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't.
It was really total opposite of what they've been doing all year. They've been putting up a bunch of damn points and not being able to stop anybody. And then last night, they don't put up early any points, but the defense played great.
Yeah, Danny Pennies, he's not very good. Yeah. Baltimore, Washington was probably the game of the day. Lamar had a hell of a game, 323 yards passing. Derrick Henry, 24 rushes, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Another easy cover.
Yeah, they, Washington was the darlings, the sweethearts. They played good. It was a good physical game. Baltimore was my Super Bowl team. They did what they needed to do.
You still liking Baltimore to go? They look good. Who do you think the best team in the NFL is right now?
I think Baltimore is.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
I would say Detroit.
Because Baltimore's played a lot of the good teams.
They have.
I think Buffalo's good, and they embarrassed Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll find out about that tonight. Jets, Buffalo.
This week we got Cincinnati going at Cleveland. Cleveland's probably the biggest disappointment. this year. They are absolutely
Brownies.
terrible. Cincinnati's 5-43. Any opinion on that game?
I mean,
It should be a massacre.
I hope it is, but daggone it, I mean, it's a division foe. You know what I'm saying? So those are always battles in Cleveland. Even when the Bengals are playing really well, Cleveland always plays them tough. If I was a betting man here, and I'm not going to touch this game, but I would take the Browns catching the points at home. I think the Bengals win again, but I think it's only going to be about a toe tapper.
I would, if I was a betting man, I'd take Cincinnati, just because I think
I hope you're right.
I think Cleveland's defense is really good, but their offense is just total trash. They might be getting their running back this week though,
Okay.
so we'll see. Detroit is at Minnesota. That's one of the games of the week. We have some good games this week.
Oh yeah, NFL, absolutely.
Minnesota's 1.5, 49.5. Minnesota's 5-0. Hell, that division, or that, you got Minnesota's 5-0, Detroit's 4-1. Shit, the Bears look good. They're 4-2, and Green Bay's 4-2. Green Bay could be.
And don't
scary.
forget about San Francisco out there too. I mean, I know they've lost a couple games, but once they get healthy, I mean,
Yeah, but just in that
NFC
division.
the NFC in a whole looks tough.
So yeah, Detroit coming off a big game at Minnesota. What do you think about that?
That's actually one of my leans this week.
Okay.
I love Minnesota. I'm a big Detroit guy, but it's going to be hard for them to go on the road again after that playing that good last week. Minnesota at home. I like Minnesota. They're rolling right now, man. And until somebody stops them, I'm going to stay with them.
The road favorites against the spread week 6, 8-0.
That's almost damn near under.
Yeah.
There was a time in the NFL where you could seriously, if you just took every home dog, you would damn near make money every year. If you played every home dog, for the whole season, and it's just not like that anymore.
No,
I mean, the home field
different.
advantages just to me aren't as prevalent anymore. I mean, it's weird.
We got Houston at Green Bay. Green Bay is 2.5, 47.5. I don't do leans much on the pros, but I like Green Bay.
Really?
I think they're rolling. Yeah,
You gonna give me a little lean back?
I'll give you a little lean.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Green Bay is scary. Their offense is legit, and that quarterback's back. Jordan Love.
I always love Green Bay at home. To me, that's a true home field advantage.
Sure. More so in
Tundra.
more in 6 weeks from now, it definitely is.
Welcome to Lambeau Field.
Then we got Kansas City at San Fran. San Fran's -1 and 47.
This was almost going to be an unbuckle for me as well. I love San Francisco here. I think it's finally time for Kansas City to lose a game. It's about that time. Come on.
I'm with you.
They've been winning, which is great.
Ugly.
Ugly, yes. I think this is time for Frisco to shine. I think they beat Kansas City in this spot, and I actually think it's going to be 7 to 10 points.
I can see that. I would take San Fran, no lean or anything, but I would definitely take San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else you got to this week?
I wanted to get your opinion on something.
Okay.
So we had Big Blue Madness over the weekend.
Okay.
And so you being a U of L fan,
Sure.
how did you feel about Rick Pitino coming back, to the Big Blue Madness?
I'm really not. I don't really care. He's got Pope was his boy. I get it. U of L fans calling me all pissed off. Oh, this guy. But you got to remember, Louisville, even though it was the Kentucky members that they brought in, Louisville fired Pitino.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And even though the governor and Joe Kraft and all those pulled their little shenanigans for him to get fired,
that's another topper.
We could do a whole podcast just on that, and you all would love it because I know everything. But no, Louisville fired Pitino. it is what it is. I'm looking forward. I'm not looking backward. I used to be a coach in a sense. If one of my former students was going back, and I would do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
And I think he even said in an interview.
Well, he's full of shit. Okay, let's not get this going.
Can I at least say?
Yeah, go ahead and say
Can I
it,
at
and
least
I'll
say
come
what
through.
he said? Okay, before you even tell me he's full. We do know he's full.
Yeah.
He's Ricky P. Love him or hate him, he's never seen one of these things or the lights.
He
or
loves
the
them.
cameras that he's never seen. You know what I'm saying? So, he did say that he had nothing against U of L fans.
He shouldn't.
He loves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of friends. He made a lot of friends in Louisville, He just didn't like the way that the university let him go,
I don't blame him. I was pretty ticked off.
What did you think about, did you see on Twitter those reports? Like, I'm freaking, like they came out and said that the AD.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And it was false.
Yeah, that was
Of course,
stupid.
I'm a dumbass. I didn't realize. I'm like, oh my God, it's not blue. I can't.
You actually believe that?
Well, I did. Well, I looked at Rocco was up at the beach yesterday showing me, and I'm like, well, he's verified, but I didn't realize it only costs $8 to be verified.
Yeah.
So
Nobody would even care about St. John's if he wasn't the coach there. So.
the only other thing I got to give a shout out to our boy Dewey. He nailed the MLB playoffs. If you remember right, Dewey called the
He
Subway
went 4-0.
Series. He went 4-0. Cleves was doing well. The only one he lost was the Padres. They ended up getting beat by the Dodgers. So
Cleveland's gonna win.
I hope.
Cleveland's gonna win.
Okay, I went ahead. I took Cleveland and I took
Did you take the Dodgers or Mets?
Mets.
Dodgers are gonna school the
down
Mets.
one. You think they are? Yeah. I felt like at least one of those two underdogs is going to win the series. So we'll see what happens. But baseball in October, in my opinion, is fun.
It is
a lot
fun.
of fun. It's more fun when your teams are in it. Though.
It's more fun when they don't play games on Sunday nights.
Yeah,
Because I had no idea they even played.
I didn't either. I didn't either, dude. I didn't think either one of these teams had started yet. Yeah, I'm like, my goodness, I'm already down 1-0. I didn't get to enjoy it.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you back here next week. Hey, tell a friend.
Let's take some bets on whether or not little buddy's going to be clean shave or not. I'm going. Yeah.
We might go mustache. We could go goatee.
Can we do that?
We could mix it up a little bit.
Stash?
We'll see what my wife says.
Okay, I like that.
Y'all have a great week. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Thanks.